we live in the TikTok generation, and I think it's fantastic. I do. I love the app. I love all the short form stuff. People can absorb short form entertainment. They can absorb long form entertainment. It goes both ways. Why are we discussing TikTok? Well, Sting. Sting. This is a giant, scary spider movie. If you have an inkling of arachnophobia, you're screwed. This movie, all of it, spoilers for me, are on TikTok. I knew everything about this movie. And holy crap, did I enjoy it when it came up on my feed. So I hit play, and now we're talking about it. Welcome to 31 Days of Dread. We're talking giant spiders, 2024, and one fantastic, fun movie. It's October, and it's time for the 31 Days of Dread. This is where you get one horror movie a day for the entire month of October. That's how much we love horror. That's how much we love Halloween on the Film Buff Podcast. And here's the crazy thing. This is the longest running horror event in all of podcasting. So get ready. We're going to rock and roll. We're going to scare our socks off. And yes, we're going to be grabbing some candy. Maybe some cereal. Let's go. I remember seeing Arachnophobia in theaters with my buddy Rob. And I remember being freaked out. I don't know. I don't think it's not like I have a fear of spiders, but when I see a spider, I definitely feel something. I have dreams about spiders, right? And I don't have arachnophobia, but I get the tinglies. So there's this movie. I don't care. Let's spoil it. Because the credit sequence alone. Oh, and they're using the Stranger Things font. I don't know why. How does that happen? Kiah Roache-Turner. This is our writer-director. Fantastic filmmaker. I believe this film was made out of Australia. This movie, too, has 20-something logos. There's parts of this movie, there's parts of the practical effects that look absolutely fake. It doesn't take away any part of the movie. It doesn't take away from the fear you feel. It doesn't take away from the anxiety, from the pressure, the characters you're rooting for, the things you want to happen. It doesn't do any of that. If you're a fan of Newt from Aliens, this is a girl versus obstacles, a girl versus the unknown. It's incredible because of that. If you're really what was it, Mummy, the second Mummy, they have a kid. The kid's grown up, and the kid's a great action hero. This is the Newt effect. So what makes this movie great? What makes this movie fun? Great setup, great everything. The movie starts 4 days into the future. We see there's consequences. We see how deadly the spider is. Awesome. We get a little bit of the tone of the movie, right? It's bloody. We're not going to take it seriously. But, yeah, put on your seatbelts. Exterior. We're in this apartment building. The apartment building is our set piece. Exterior, there's a crazy snowstorm. Day after tomorrow snowstorm. So I love that contrast. The snow, everything looks just so... I love snow on camera. It's just... I love it. There's a dollhouse that echoes the apartment building. We cut away to space in a After Effects comet that we can make on our home computers, everyone. But the comet streaks from space, crashes through a window into the dollhouse, hatching the spider, and the spider is like a little baby guy, and he crawls through the dollhouse. I mean, we quickly realize that the dollhouse is almost like this one-to-one model of the apartment building. That's where this movie is going to take place. There's a girl. She uses the vents of the apartment building. She's a little bit of a bad kid. comes from a home that is struggling, like a Flintstones family home, like honeymooners. Like, parents are always arguing. But it's a troubled kid, but she's a kid too. So we know she doesn't have evil in her heart. She's just a kid. We quickly know what the trope is, right? The spider is going to reproduce at an exponential rate. We're going to get a scientist character that's going to identify that the spider is weird. Something's going to happen with him. And then the spider is just going to wreak havoc throughout the building as, the characters or the family we're rooting for figure things out in enough time. So this movie ends just like Terminator. We're going to crush the thing in an elevator, piston, hydraulic scenario. And the movie's, we're not going to realize. Well, we do, because we watch horror movies, we watch tropes. But the movie's going to end with some eggs that spider laid. And the eggs are going to be hatching. So there you go. We're moving on. A lot of big scary monster movies end with the egg hatching. This movie has every single trope. It has tropes from other movies. And it's fantastic, and it's incredible, and it's artistic, and it's well designed, it's well made, it's well shot. It's fun to watch. I love the spider in this movie. I love some of the reveals. I love just the way we look at it, the way we see the spider on camera. I just think it's there. I think the mothball spider, the spider didn't like mothballs. If you put mothballs in water, it works as a holy water. You can drench yourself in it. The spider doesn't respond to you. Yeah, like a little bit of, what was it, in Walking Dead? Which I didn't get past the first episode of Walking Dead ever, AKAPADers. But in in Walking Dead, it was like the scent. Like if you rub like horse meat on yourself or motor oil, you could walk past zombies and you're just like, oh my god, here we go. I never got past episode 1 of Walking Dead for that reason. So it's not like I don't have standards AKAPADers, but Sting represents a movie. We watch it, we get freaked out, couple good jump scares, right? Like it's this visceral emotional experience. Like we're almost like with the characters a lot of times, because the fright, like it's heightened, the mood's there, like things being scary as a mother effer pulls you into a movie, makes you attached to the characters. You feel like this, you root for the family. We use the baby technique, save the baby, all that stuff. We have a evil, angry, landlordish woman, German girl, white hair, old lady. We can't wait for her to die. Like all of these things. This movie's fun, with just enough scary, but it's a great giant creature fest. And I love giant creature movies. I just think they're awesome. Like a couple of years ago, we did that crocodile one, where like the town gets flooded and crocodiles are like everywhere. Crawl. It was like Crawl. I think it was called Crawl Space or Crawl. Like really cool stuff, guys. Check out Sting. It's not getting enough attention. Check out those Stranger Things fonts too in the beginning. AKAPADers, thank you for joining me for another episode of the 31 Days of Dread. We have been dedicated to horror for a long time on this feed, on this podcast. If you guys want to know more about everything we do here, go to akapad.com. From there, you can navigate to the 31 Days of Dread. We have a dedicated landing page that goes through all the years of the 31 Days of Dread, and we also have a directory that jumps you to any movie that we've done. So you can just look up the movie by name, you can go to the directory, it's all alphabetical, and you can just explore. And that's the intent, and that's why we're so into the 31 Days of Dread, because no one's done this. No one has put this much time, this much thought and effort into American horror and international horror, and we love it. Horror is the future of American cinema. Horror right now is holding up American cinema, and I'm so thankful for it. So I'm hoping that you can extend yourself, explore, and continue the conversation. AKAPAD.com. Thanks, guys.